Hi guys, I'm Nicole. I'm a sophomore here at Bowie High School. Today I'm going to talk about giving back, as Mr. Pardo said. And I'm going to give you guys a little background story so you guys know why I'm talking about this and how it all kind of came to this, right? So I kind of try to figure out ways so I can like sugarcoat the fact that what I was going through and like how to bring it to you guys. But I figured it's better if I just say it how it is and how it happened. That way you guys really understand what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to October. So in the beginning of October, I wasn't okay. I was really in a bad state. I was really sad all the time. And anybody that knows me, knows that I'm a really perky, outgoing, happy person. And obviously, I still get sad sometimes, but I'm always kind of like happy. So. But at that time, I was really bad. I kind of wasn't feeling happy at all. And I let that get to me in everything, including school. And I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to do. I was saying things I wasn't supposed to say. I was doing all these bad things. And it got to the point where my grades dropped down to zeros almost. And even though I was going through all that, I had zero hope in anything. My teachers were always wondering how I was, and they were always asking me hey, ¿cómo estás? And stuff like that. And they always reached out to me so I could tell them what's going on, reaching out to me, but my mistake was never reaching back out to them. And even if I did talk to them sometimes, I wasn't taking any of the advice they were giving me at the time. And that was a huge mistake of mine, because what that did for me is that it got me in a really bad place called UBH. So I went to UBH. For those of you who don't know what UBH is, it's a very bad place. It's like kid jail with help for mental illness. So it's really bad. It was probably the worst 9 days of my life. I wouldn't wish it to anybody, right? But I was in there because of my own fault. Anyways, while I was in there, I kind of lost. I had no knowledge about what was going on in the outside world where I usually was, and I was free. But now I had no idea what was going on, what my mom was having to do while I was in there. And when I got out, I had figured out, well, my mom went to visit me, because there they give you an hour visit where your relatives can go talk to you and stuff. And when I was in there, I was really frustrated because she came back and she kept telling me that I was gonna be pulled out of all these things that I like to do in school, and that she told me that I had to do all these things when I got out, and that really frustrated me. And I felt like everybody was trying to tell me what to do and stuff. But what I didn't know was that my teachers the whole time were trying to help me. They were making this whole plan for me to come back and be the person that they know I can be. So I didn't know that until a few days after I got out. My mom didn't tell me that one of the nights that I was in there, my teacher went and ate McDonald's with her, and she cried, and she didn't tell me any of that. I didn't know. And my teachers helped me so much. They didn't have to go to all these meetings, but I know they believed in me and stuff, and they still went, and they showed up to places they didn't have to go, and did all these things for me, right? So this is actually the day that I got out. They went to see me. You can tell I'm wearing socks with flip-flops. You can tell I was, but yeah, that's the day I got out. That's both of my great teachers, along with another group of my new tech teachers. They also helped me out a lot when I was in there, but in my heart, these are the two teachers that really, really helped me and were there for me. So that's Mr. Medina and Mr. Rodriguez. So that brings me to this. Most of us have teachers that look after us, and they're always wondering how we are and stuff like that. I had 6 teachers that did that for me, all my new tech teachers. And the thing is, we don't really know what our teachers do for us until I started looking into all these things, right? A teacher spends with us 1,440 hours in a whole school year. That's not including all the times they stay after school or before school. So they spend all this time with us. not getting paid for what they do extra. And like when they stay after school for you guys to turn in work, or when you're having a bad day and they just stay after school to talk to you, or before school when you need to turn in stuff, all of that, they're not getting paid for it. They're not, it's just them being good people. So that brings me to this. They don't get anything in return. As long as, and I'm not only talking about teachers here, I'm also talking about parents and everybody around you, but your parents only have to give you 3 things by demand, and that's shelter, love, and food. They have to feed you. So demandingly, that's what they have to give you, but no, our parents go overboard and they get us shoes, they get us phones, they give us money when we go out sometimes, and that's for most of us. And but I know as teens we can't really do anything to give back to them besides be good kids and stuff, but maybe sometimes giving back to your parents can be saying hi to them, or just like asking how their day was, because I know I still make this mistake most of the time, and I'm still kind of learning how to fix it. And it's like I don't communicate with my mom. I don't ask her how she is most of the time, and I know that's a huge mistake of mine because it's not good. You need to communicate with your parents, and that brings me to this. We can't really give back when everything is given to us, and that's with this generation. So in this generation, we get everything for free, and nobody's asking for anything in return. So we have free education, we have free laptops, we have free 3 meals, 1 before school, during school, and after school. And we also have, what's the third thing? There's a third thing. Okay, we get a lot of stuff for free. And then, so the thing is that we get all these resources. Our teachers teach us how to be good people in life, and we don't use that to give back to anything. And we need to start doing that. Who here considers themselves a good person? At least one person. Okay, so those of you that raised your hand, if you consider yourself a good person, you've obviously given back to something, to your community, to your parents, whatever. But those of you that didn't raise your hand is because you don't consider yourself a good person, which I believe everybody has a room to grow as a good person. So today I'm going to be giving you some ways that you can start growing as a person and start volunteering, because we had 120 hours that we had to give to the community in order to graduate, but we don't have to do that anymore. So we're giving nothing back to our community, to anybody. So what I came up with, and Mr. Pardo came up with, is this list of things that you guys can do. We're gonna give you guys activities that you guys can come with us and start donating your time, because volunteering and giving back doesn't always mean money or clothes or anything. Donating clothes to like the shelters and stuff, that's a good idea too. We kind of did that last time with the New Tech yard sale. We donated our clothes to Goodwill and stuff. That's an act of kindness that anybody can do in reality. And so yeah, some of the things that you guys can do also is volunteer. Who likes puppies? Puppies. Who likes puppies? Or dogs, whatever. So all of you that like dogs and stuff, you guys can volunteer at the puppy shelter. There's this new thing that they're doing. It's that you foster a dog. You don't adopt it, but you can like take care of it until somebody adopts it, and that gives it sometimes before they kill him and stuff. So not only that, also just going to the care homes where the old people are at. They also sometimes a human just needs like a conversation. Most of the people there, I don't think they communicate. Like nobody listens to them and stuff because they're in a care home. They're like the people there don't actually sit with them and like ask them about their day. And like you guys can go do that and also like feed them and just play with them for a little bit. That you can also go to the orphanage here in El Paso and play with the kids. I know like a lot of the kids would like to play and stuff. There's endless things you guys could do. You guys just need like initiative and stuff. But we're gonna help you with that. So what we're doing is that we have our first event coming up. It's called Empty Bowls. It's on April 7th. And you guys are gonna, if you guys want, you guys can come to me or to Mr. Pardo and you guys can talk to us about going. And it's where we're gonna feed the homeless and we're gonna need help setting up the booths and then cleaning afterwards and stuff. It doesn't sound that fun, but you're actually like gaining some experience and you're being a good person. And yeah, so yeah, you guys can do so many things to give back. It's just up to you. And if you need like help, you guys can come talk to me or Mr. Pardo. But yeah, I wanted to also take advantage that I have a presentation to talk about my great teachers and stuff, and also thank Mr. Rodriguez, and not only him, but Mr. Medina, he's not here today, but I wanted to thank him because I know that I've never verbally said thank you to him or to Mr. Medina for all of for all the things they did for me, because they did so much, guys. They had hope in me when no one did. So yeah, I wanted to thank Mr. Rodriguez and Mr. Medina for all the things they did for me. I'm gonna jump here. I'm gonna fall. So yeah, guys, I ain't crying or anything. I'm good. But yeah, thank you for listening to me. Yeah. Oh, does anybody have questions? About anything? It doesn't matter. Does anybody have questions? Doesn't matter what it is. 12 to, I think like 7 or 8. 12 in the afternoon. Yeah. If you want more information, you guys can come talk to us. And that's not the only event that's going to be happening. We're going to have some more, and we're going to be, like the ones that come to us the first time, we're going to keep on telling you guys what other upcoming events are. Maybe we can even, like, on the TVs, you guys might also see some of the events that are going to be happening, and you guys can go and talk to us if you want to go. Okay. Any more questions?
No, thank you.
No? Okay. Thank you.